And welcome back everyone to FortressCraft Evolved. I'm AxionEvolved and let's hop right into it. So last time we worked on our resin farm, right? And it was working okay. We've done a little bit more. We've adjusted a few things. So let me take you on a quick tour of all the updates, right? So having our agitator up here has actually been working out really well. You can see that this was actually just recently agitated, so it's grown quite a bit. But one thing I noticed, going back to the analogy I use for the power, that it kind of flows like water, right? Well, all of our water, all of our power was flowing to the end of the stream, right? So that was resulting with these right here getting all of the power, and the rest of these middle batteries were just empty, right? So to rectify that, you guys might notice that we have some more transmission lines right here. And we also have transmission lines going out. So let's go take a look outside and see what happened, right? What I ended up doing is I decided to throw some turbines on this side to power these two batteries. That way we get power coming in from both sides. So here and here is powered, and here is powered. So the power is flowing in on both sides, and then eventually just trickling out towards these middle batteries, and then, up to these ones on each side. And then they're both kind of feeding out here. So that's a grand total of 8 turbines we have flowing on this thing. And let me tell you, this thing is just rocking. It is getting so much, it's getting a lot of resin harvested. If we look over here, what are these at? Yeah, these are all completely full. It's kind of highlighting an issue I'm having with the resin processing that I might have to figure out. You can see I have all 3 of these are full, and our resin, the refiners are just not going fast enough. So that's something that we may or may not tackle today. I'm not 100% sure. But let's also take a look at what's happened since then. You might notice some changes right here. So let's start here. So number 1, we have got both refineries hooked up. Right, so it flows into here, spills over into here. Those both output to this center line right here, which runs into a priority splitter. So to the right feeds all of the turbines. To the left is what's going to be going down. So let's also take a look at what I got here. So I threw this Mark IV battery down because I need to essentially power a matter mover power transmission setup, right? So threw a Mark II solar panel on there. It seems to be getting more than enough power for everything we're using. So essentially what happens is I matter move. Now, these matter movers I think go 150 a minute. So all I'm doing is I'm just throwing them into a hopper, matter moving them onto the wall right here. Now from here, the matter mover splits the 2 lines. So one goes left into this set of turbines, one goes up and into this set of turbines, and then from there we have it also matter moving out the back here. It's kind of hard to see, but if you see that matter mover right there is shooting out back that way. There's another one up there that's doing the same thing. If we go over here, we'll see that it ends up shooting this way. And what I've done is I essentially just follow the wall on both spots to this corner. I round the corner, and it goes into the inputs right here. So now all 8 turbines are getting fed, no problem. How is this one doing? So yeah, this has, see, 10 composite fuel in it right now. Now, what I'm working on now, I need to get the empty fuel canisters back to the return. So that's kind of where we're picking up right now. So I have this matter mover kind of aiming to somewhere over here. It's in line right here. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do something like this, right? So I'm going to throw that here. Now, normally I would just have it go straight into another matter mover. But for reasons you'll see when we get down that way, I'm not doing that just yet. But I am going to launch it that way. Okay, so that should eventually... Yeah, that's already started to clear out. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So that's good for there. Now let's get up here. I've had to put up this little pillar so I can access the stuff up here. So that's got a matter mover and it's got a beam going. Okay, cool. I'm going to work on the bottom, and then we'll kind of get the top going. So, if you'll notice, the way the items are coming in on this bottom level is I have the power down low and the items up high. Well, that's not necessarily going to work out that easily for going back, because I need to get a second set of batteries to power the matter movers, and I'm not able to just do that straight from where I am, right? So what I'm going to do, something like this, right? So we're going to follow. This might draw power from that matter mover, but I don't think it will be that big of a deal, right? So let's follow this, right? So we know that the matter mover is just off to the side of this beam here. So let's clear this out a little. Okay, so now the goal is to hit that hopper right there. So if our power is coming in here, let me think. I might be able to... Yeah, it's okay. So this kind of sucks, actually, because what's happening is my power is going directly in line with where I need to go. It's on the same level, right? I just need to matter move right back past this line, but there, my power's right there. So let me see if I can actually maybe redo this somehow. If I could get my matter mover right there, that would just be the ideal scenario. And maybe I can. Let's see here. So if I want, essentially I want the matter mover, right, to be right here. Will this actually hit? It does. But okay. That's only kind of okay because I need to transmit the power. So, oh yeah, maybe we'll just do this. I'm honestly figuring this out as I go. I know it looks like I did some stuff, but, and I guess I did technically, but it's definitely not all figured out, I'll tell you that. Okay, so then we'll just throw a hopper on. And that should get any of the stuff. Do I even have any to send out? There are still 10 in there. Okay, there we go. And it's filling up. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so I think that might have actually solved some issues. We're going to have an issue when it comes back over here. I can already see that. But maybe that's a little bit easier to solve. Because we have power here. Yeah, that should be no problem at all. Because I could just do something like that. Actually, I don't even know if I need the power now that I'm actually looking at this. Because if I just put a hopper down right here, that should just fill up. And if I put my matter movers just like right there, right? Yeah, that's full. That should hit there. Have you matter mited? Come on. I know you want to. If that work, yeah, that's working, and then you'll see the. So the return is literally just a pipe from here, goes all the way down. And because it's got proximity to the two empty canister hoppers, it just pulls them both out into this, and that just transmits to this, which transmits into the return. So just like that, we got the bottom going, and we don't even need this extra power transmitter. So I can just get rid of that. I could even, honestly, just get rid of that too. And that just works. Perfect. Okay, so now we need to get up here. And I think I'll just kind of do the same thing because we have the exact same setup. And that should be all she wrote. Let me see. You should be doing it. There we go. Perfect. And then if we go down here, we should see it go down. Yes, excellent. Okay, so I think with that, our fuel system is just completely good as far as the creation is concerned. This might need to be adjusted, and I'm not sure if we'll get to that today, but it's in the works. It's a plan. Okay, so now we need to get down here. Now we need to figure out how we're going to do this, right? So I'm debating, actually, I think this is the return, right? necessarily need to see that to just know it's there. Let me just kind of open it up a little. So what we can do, right? I'm debating having a turbine that's just down here. Or another option, where's my hole? Another option is I can try to steal power from here. The only problem is this is only making, you know, up to 405, I think. And once I start matter moving all around down there, I might need more. But I have a few, I mean, if I have one turbine dedicated, that should be more than enough, right? So I'm going to get this stuff to make one turbine, and then we'll kind of get that set up down here. Okay, so here is where the fuel comes down. And what I'm going to do, I guess I can put a generator. Let me think here. Or not a generator, turbine, right? So if that's the intake and that's the fuel supply, then what I'll have it do, maybe I'll just throw a turbine like right back in here, right? I want to kind of make it easy to access. You know, just to make this faster, I'm going to do this. Something like that, something like that, something like that, something like that. All right, and just have that clear out, right? So while it's doing that thing, let me think here. So if it's coming down right here, I want it to prioritize going to the power generator over here first, this turbine. The turbine we're using for the matter moving. I want it to prioritize that first, and then go to the then get split off. So I need to make it so that the canisters can almost just pass through. I'll probably, in fact, I think I'll use a priority splitter for that. I think that's a perfect use for that. So let me think here. So I guess this will go. Okay, this is getting a little annoying now. It did its job. We're good. Okay, so if I am coming down here, let's put the generator somewhere. I mean, it's kind of arbitrary where we put it because it's, you know, it's just kind of existing, right? 3, 4. And boom. Okay. So we want to add, right? Or remove, I should say. And that'll be the output. That'll be the return. Okay. So if I... Oh, this is going to... That's belts. Not a huge deal. So if I do that, right? That way this will get fed. But I want this thing to... Let me think. I think I want to have a Mark IV battery. This is the right level, right? Yeah. Is it? Did I clear out this more? No. This is how I've been doing it. Okay. So if I put a Mark IV battery right about, let me think here. Maybe I'll move this so that I can kind of go along the ceiling if I need to. This is one higher because this is not the level that we dug out over there. So if I do something like this, right? So like just 1, 2, 3. Something like... Okay. So we do that. I can even come down this face, to be honest. Do something like that. Something like that. Right? And then we just come straight down. Hold on. I'm not taking into account the priority splitter here. So, in order to do that, do I have... I should... There we go. Okay, so right... It goes right and then left. So, if I do... I wonder if I could put that, like, literally right here. Get rid of that. and then see kind of how this works. Because I want, obviously, this to be powered up first. I might need to just, if I do this, see, like, the issue is that it's our, what am I doing? I need this to stay up here because I'm gonna go in. I keep forgetting the plan here. I'm gonna go into hoppers so I can matter move, right? So it goes right unless the right is blocked, and then it goes left. Sends all incoming items right unless blocked, then left. But which way is right? If it's... So this is right. This is quote-unquote right. Okay. Let me kind of remove some stuff. Well, I guess that could stay. Could use a little bit more headroom here. Just to kind of see what's going on. I don't know why I make these so complicated. Okay. So, if that is right, then we need to go that way. Like, that way? Which way is that going? Nope. That way. Kind of like that and that. Okay. I think that looks okay. Alright, and then that'll pop out right here. Come down. And go in there. Okay. So now that generator will start powering up. This thing will do its thing. Cool beans. Now this will go into a hopper. Or maybe I should have it go into a hopper right here. If I do that, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That, because this way I can attach the matter mover just directly and run it along the ceiling, right? So I have a couple... What is it? I have a couple of the Mark II matter movers. My only issue is if I use those, I'm not feeding that at 300 per second. So it's almost not worth it, you know? Okay. So for here, nope, that. We're going to run... Okay, so this is our diagonal here, or our line. And we want it to impact... Nope, that one. That's where we're going. That is the thing. And then what we want is... Let's see here. We want power to get to... If I put power here, no. If I do power there, if I do that, right? Does that reach? Because if that reaches, the other one should reach. Oh my gosh, we're too short. Well, that explains some things. That's going to be our new spot. So that just, this is where we're going to be matter moving out of. So I'm filling that up. I am filling this up right here because that should reach, I hope. I think, oh man, I think I talked about doing this on the ceiling, didn't I? If I do this on the ceiling, then this would need to move back because I need the matter mover to be directly on here, you know. So in order for that to work, well, I guess I could just move that over. If I put the battery here, right? Because this is purely to get the power. This is going to power all the other matter movers on the ceiling, right? So I'll just move this over. I think that'll be fine. Okay. So there's that. That's going over. And then let me see here. Where does that line up? That lines up almost perfectly with where I want to go. So then this will go here, right? Because I'm getting the power flowing out that way. Okay, I think that's good. And then I'm going to switch these to pipes just for really no reason other than why not. Just like so. Okay. So just like that, it should be getting... Oh, man. So this, see, this is the thing right here, right? So in order to beam it this way, I have to... Actually... If I just do this, if I do that, right? Oh, wait, that's not going to work, right? Oh, this is the issue, right? So, in order to get the power going, the power and the matter mover going that way, I either have to... How am I going to do this? So, I need to transmit the power that way, and I need to... get the matter mover powered going that way. And if they're running two lines together, then that's an issue. Okay, so if I do that, right, that should have stuff perfect. I'll just move these pipes just like so. Get rid of that. Okay, perfect. So then now we can go that way. Boom, boom. And then throw the power down that way as well. All right, perfect. And this is how we'll be able to kind of line things up too. So that's nice. Okay. Boom. And then we'll just launch it that way again. And do something like that. All right. So then on to the next one. Right there. Too far? Not far enough. One too short? No, okay. And then that's coming on the inside, so I could put the hopper right here. Yep, that's just how we're going to do it. Okay. So I've already broken this line, so that's no issue. Oh, you know what? I wanted to priority split these. That was the thing. Okay. Well, that's still not an issue. Because, well, or is it? Because what I don't want, well, actually, you know what? Because there's not so much belt travel, the issue we had where they were skipping the generators really won't happen because there's nowhere for them to sit, right? Because once, these are going to fill up much faster than anything else. So the only place they're going to have to output is down onto these lines that I'm making, right? So I think that's fine. So we'll just do something like this. Something like that. I know it's kind of far, but it's whatever right now. We're just getting the job done, you know. And this is what I mean, right? So essentially, these the matter moving line will always, the hoppers will always be full because there's not that much capacity in there. So the only place, whenever there's an opening, it's going to immediately output to that opening because it's got nowhere else to go. That's my hope, at least. If we have to reconsider this, then I guess we'll figure that out. But all right, I guess I'm going to clean these belts up as I go. All right, the next stop in the tour is right about here. So where's my laser? Right there. This is coming on the inside. So right there. This shouldn't be an issue because it's going to follow the same principles, right? But this is the only place where we have like a pass-through. So I don't 100% know how it's going to work. Like I said, we're all kind of figuring this out together. There. Bring you over. All right, and then there's that. All right, so let's get the next one going. All right, so we're at the next one. And this is actually going pretty quick. This will be the third of the 4 corners. So once we get that all done up, and then I'll have I'm gonna have a bunch of this fuel in my inventory. So we'll just kind of get that stuff Maybe I'll make like a little buffer or something where I could just kind of drop it off, use like a 500 belt or something. Or a 500, not belt. A 500 container, 500 hopper. And just feed it back in the system, right? So these are all, these still kind of retain their little buffer. So that's not as big of a deal. And then, you know, easy, we just transmit the stuff down the line. And then we just hook that one up. And we should see it kicking on here. Well, I guess it doesn't really need to kick on. And then all we need to do from here, we just need to go about completing the loop, right? So if we follow this, yeah. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, so we want to make sure that the stuff can get back to the original hopper, because if it can do that, then that's how it fills up everything. So we'll do this number, which is off to the left. Yep. Nope. There. That number. And then, okay, so that should be a whole thing. So if I just, you know, fill this up, I'll just start storing all the extra stuff I got, and this seems to be holding out like no problem. Like this is more than enough energy. Has this matter moved anything? 0 items. Okay. So let's see. Oh, I just saw some go. Oh, that's full. Oh, that's perfect. Yep. See, and here's a perfect example, right? So any extra stuff, it's all just going to kind of cycle through until all these are open, right? And then once there's an opening, like there is somewhere in the line, we'll get the it'll just go out here. At least that's the plan. I can always like fill this thing up, but it looks like it's good. So now all I need to do is figure out the outputs here. So yeah, because we need to get all of the stuff coming back to us, you know. So let me risk life and limb here. So I guess what I want to do, let me see here. Where is our return? So our return is right here. So all we need to do is hit this hopper, right? This is the return, yes? Yeah. So all we need to do is hit that hopper with a matter mover that has empties in it. So if we just kind of follow this, if this is kind of where everything is, does that line up? I think that lines up. We just need to, like I said, hit this with a matter mover. Okay. So power. Now that's kind of the issue, is the power. I can come off the side here, but you're not gonna get too much farther than that. Well, I mean, I do need to power that one matter mover, don't I? Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Let me kind of scope some things out, get a little bit more material because I'm running a little short on some things, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to, because all this is going to do, this power line, is it's going to, the sole function is to get the empties back to the base. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to run it all the way to the end, right? And essentially kind of divide and conquer from there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to split this power in each direction. And then what's going to happen, right? So this is essentially, what I'm going to do is kind of, hope I don't die first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these empties, right? Bring them over. And then bring them up. Those are going to hit. I mean, this is kind of arbitrary where they go, right? But they're going to hit a hopper. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll put the matter mover on the outside. Okay, so with that, we'll just repeat the process, right? I'm gonna clear these belts. I'm gonna clear up all the belts. It'll go that way with the goal of eventually hitting the other empty fuel containers, canisters, all that stuff. How many are in there? 106. Okay. So we just need to kind of follow this to the end of wherever it goes. Okay, so now that the matter mover is coming this way, it'll send all of its empties into this container. But what we're also going to do is we are going to, aside from rotating these to the correct direction, we're going to just hit this thing with the empties from this one. And I'm sure most of you see where this is going. Bet you didn't see where that was going, but it would. I'm sorry. It would be simple if I was able to get these to move the correct way. Jeez. Okay. So now empties from here go up to there. Empties from that set gets matter moved into the same one. Then all we do is we matter move those back, right? Because they should be hitting. They are missing. You know what? It's fine. We'll just do that. And then bada boom, we got it. Nailed it. And then we can also just have the power go too. So then once we do that, oh, that's actually not working out how I want. I want... Okay, no, we're fine, we're fine. I want that here. If I have the battery there... Oh, no. I just need these to be over one. Right? I need the battery to be on... Yeah, I just need the... No, I need this hopper here, the battery there, and this there. The matter mover needs to line up. And that's not 64 away, so we're good. That is lined up with that. Okay, so that should be fine. And then this is already set up to go up. Right? I could even drop some of these empties I already have on me. So it would sure be nice to see this moving. But none of our stuff is actually working right now. So, well, except for all this. Well, I mean, I could guess do something like that. Just for the time being to kind of empty it out. Watch it in action. I want to see it fire. That way, there we go. Okay, and I want to see that one fire. I want to see you fire. I wonder, it must just like take time to see. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So there's that side. I'm going to go run and do the other two and we'll be good. So now that we placed the last setup, let's kind of run through what we did, right? So for the corner over there and over there, they're both coming up to this and just running into a hopper I placed on this side of the matter mover. So now this matter mover is essentially getting fed from two sides. This side being this corner and that corner. This side being this corner and that corner. But for our middle, what I also did is I redid the way that works too. So over here, the output for this just kind of comes straight up into this matter mover, and it just kind of launches along the ceiling right here, and it ends up, I think it hits the left hopper or the right, depending on how you're looking at it, right? So it hits, I believe it hits this one. Yeah. So that means every single turbine I have down here, including the one over here, the other one over here I just kind of piped up into straight into the return when I need to. That means that everything is in one whole complete system. I have a bunch of fuel kind of just on my person that I don't need. Maybe I'll go throw that down there real quick. Although I guess sometimes it is nice to have it just in case, right? Yeah, so with that, thank you guys for keeping up on me about getting this stuff flowing through pipes. It was kind of a long journey, kind of a tedious thing to do, but I think overall, I mean, just look at it. Like everything, you know, our whole resin farm, the fuel distribution, the matter moving of everything. Like, look at this. Like, it's getting work in here. And from what it looks like, all of our stuff is powered up very nicely. So adding those turbines on this side really helped. And I think everything's just flowing smooth. And we'll have plenty of fuel. Yeah, everything seems to be going nicely. Everything's running. Cool, cool. Yeah, so on that note, guys, thank you so much for sticking around this long. If you liked what you saw, hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you see when I put out new stuff. And let me know about what you guys think down below. If you think I could do something better, let me know. If I missed something, let me know. I love the comments. I love reading them. I respond when I can. It helps me play this game better because I know a lot of you guys have played this game before and you're all much farther than I am. So, yeah, with that, guys, we'll see you in the next one.